crying emojis in the chat. Oh my lord, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Duty, back again with another video, folks, and the madness continues for a third day. Oh my, our boy Phil yet again yesterday lost his mind, lost his ever loving mind. And why? Well, we all know why. The money isn't just coming in. The money buff is no longer in effect. And our boy Phil doesn't know what to do about it. He doesn't. I mean, he went from being nice to scolding to yelling to threatening to essentially telling people to F off and go to Hades. That's right. And that was last night. Last night's stream, the first, I'd say probably 15 minutes was just unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't hear the word. I can't believe the words that were coming out of this man's mouth. And how he denigrated people. And essentially told people to go F off. Yes, that's right. And your boy Duty's using the F word because YouTube doesn't like the big 4-letter word before the first minute. But, of course, you know, Phil will eventually annoy me to the point where I'll be throwing out a bunch of expletives in this video. Now, this video was like 10 minutes long. And I just sped it up because I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing Pig Roach ranting and raving about support and money. So anyway, let's watch the video because I got a lot to say on this. So this video may be a little bit too long. A little long. By the way, your boy Duty is going to be streaming today because it's time to roast his pig. And we need to make sure everyone knows Phil's true colors. So let's get into it.
I'm not going to go too crazy into detail tonight simply because I have to do a private patron react video of over an hour. Well, an hour, but then uploading it and everything. So because of that, I need to get to that, so I'm not going to elaborate too long in this video. But in a nutshell, podcast today was fun. We talked about some gaming news, updates, and things like that. And then we started a new game called Crow Country. Why did we play Crow Country? Because you guys recommended it, told me all about it, said it was right up my alley, said it was a game that people would really enjoy watching me play because it emulates kind of like a PS1 survival horror experience, like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, and that it was reviewed very highly. I paid for this game, 20 bucks, you know, started playing it today, played it for around 3 hours. I like it. It does play like a classic survival horror, but with quality of life improvements. You can rotate the camera fully. The game runs at 60 frames. The actual combat controls are much better than old survival horror games. But the discovery of the plot is very similar to old survival horror games and well done. So far, I'm really liking it. So I start the stream with a lot of people watching. 1 hour in, everyone's complaining, oh, this game is too boring. I don't like the graphics because it looks like a PS1 game. All right? Yeah, can I be honest? I'm getting pissed now because I only knew about this game and played it because people told me about it and said this would be a great game for you. It's right up your alley of horror, the kind of games you like to see you play. The minute I start playing it, people start bitching. It does piss me off because I went out of my way to stop playing multiverses because people said stop playing it. We don't like that. Play this instead. I do. And now people are telling me we don't like that either.
All right, so I'm going to start this off with a suggestion. I know I get a lot of crap from people. They say, Duty, you're trying to help Phil too much, and it's not worth helping him. But it's just my nature. It's my nature as a business owner. It's my nature as a husband. It's my nature as a father to want to help. So I'm going to help Phil out here. Phil, you have thousands upon thousands of detractors. You have thousands of LARPers that hang around your stream that act like friends, and they're not. They're there to derail you. They're there to throw you off track, right? These are the people that are in your streams making these suggestions. Now, I know you're under this delusion that you're very popular and you have a big fan base, and I think that helps you sleep at night. But let's be honest here, Phil, you don't. You have about 150 dents that like your content, that think you're so cool, right? But the rest of the internet despises you. Let's just be honest. We can be honest here, Phil. I know you love to say you like being honest or you're just being honest. So I'm being fucking honest with you, Phil. You have 95% of the people that watch your content can't stand you. It's just the truth. So how about you do this? If you're so concerned about support and what you're playing and so on, and you want feedback from your fucking dents, how about you do this? How about you go to the people that support your channel? Because I know you know who they are. You get their information. You know who the fuck they are. You got the 5 to 7 dents that support every time. Why don't you just simply say, you know what? I'm only going to ask the people that support what they want me to play. Because they're the only ones supporting. For example, Last night, you played Hades. Game Trekker's the only one supporting the content. Okay, then maybe you should go to Game Checker, go to Jack Rackster, go to 1 Minute Man, go to Jordan, go to Waffins, and just say, hey, tell me what you want to see, and because I know you're going to support. Let's just be fucking honest here, Phil, because this is what it's all about. You're just berating these fucking people to throw so that they can throw cash your way. And trust me, if you stream today and you get, let's say, $100 tip goal, couple, 50 bucks in super chats, a couple memberships, let's say your night stream goes pretty well and you get like, I don't know, 40 or 50 bucks, all is well. Everything's great. Oh yes, see, my honesty paid off, and my true fans understand where I'm coming from. No, you got fucking people in your chat tipping you saying, I'm sorry that I can't donate. I'm sorry, Phil. If you have people telling you, I'm sorry I can't donate, you really need to rethink your fucking life. Because that's pretty fucking pathetic. That you have to have people that support you on the regular come in and apologize because they can't they can't get a second fucking a mortgage to support your lazy fucking ass, Phil. Maybe you need to fucking start reconsidering getting a job, dude. Seriously, get a fucking part-time job. Because this streaming shit isn't cutting it. Your expenses outweigh your income. And you refuse to cut back on your expenses. And what you do is you fucking lean on your dents to continue to give you fucking money. That's gonna get tiresome. You lost your biggest whale this year in 1 Minute Man. How long is OIC gonna hang around? How long is Jordan and Waffins gonna hang around? They're going to be gone eventually as well, Phil. And you're going to be stuck in the same fucking position you're always stuck in. It's a fucking cycle with you. And you refuse to break that fucking cycle. So that's my piece of advice for you, Phil. Take it. If not, fuck off. If you don't want to take the advice, fuck off. Keep doing what you're doing and keep being fucking miserable and keep having that hair fall out. Because if you notice this fucking hairline, that shit is receding quicker than ever because of all the fucking stress. And a lot of it, let's just be fucking honest, is he doesn't have tip money to play WWE Champions and fucking get jet. That's the reason why. It's like a fucking crack addict who needs that fix and doesn't have enough money. He sold everything that he has. He's robbed everyone that he knows. And he can't lean on people for money. So, like a crack addict, they're gonna fucking, they're gonna lash out. And that's what Phil's doing here the last couple days. He's lashing the fuck out until his dents surrender their fucking Velcro wallets and support him for a couple weeks. And then what's gonna happen in a couple weeks? Support's gonna dry up again, and then we're gonna be back to fucking square one.
Do you seem to understand the pattern that I'm getting here? Is that I'm telling you, I like games, I'm enjoying them, the passion is coming through in the gameplay, but we got a group of people who are just negative fucking people who come by and complain about every fucking game that I play now. And it's getting tiring at this point. It is. Where were the people who wanted this game? It started off with good viewership. By the end of the stream, again, under 300 viewers. We actually had a good rallying of support during the podcast. As soon as I start playing the game, non-stop complaints. People stop supporting. I'd actually say we did good with super chats today. Tips, we got 20 bucks for the entire premiere stream of a new game. So basically the stream kind of paid itself for the cost of the game, but that's not what I'm looking for. People told me it was reviewed well. Everyone likes this. So where are the people, the positive people who want to see it? Honest question at this point. Okay? Where are they? Or is it more bullshit? Is it more people blowing smoke up my butt about this is a game we want to see you play, but not really? We knew that no one would like Phil playing this because it looks like an old game. This reminds me of Signalis. Signalis I played in early 2023 when there was no other high-profile games out. It did play like a classic survival horror game. Admittedly, with Signalis, there were some things that caused me to rage at the end. I feel like the whole final stage was awful. But some of the games were quite good. And it did feel like a new Resident Evil experience, okay? Signalis also did not do well. Basically, people were complaining by the end, okay? The good news is, Pro Country's only 9 hours long, roughly, and we're 3 hours in, so 2 more streams and it's over, but I am disappointed that this is a game that I'm liking. It is up to speed of what I'm looking for. You would think that would resonate with the audience. What happened? Again, you say, oh, it's you. How could it be me? I'm playing the game, enjoying it. Commentary is good. Everyone's, again, what's going on? I'd love to hear it. I want to know. Because the day before, I did Fallout 4 and Street Fighter, and that was a superb day. Everyone engaged, talking, having fun, viewership decent, support good. Then I have a day of something new, and you want to know the truth? Here's what it is. It's an indie game. Just like tonight, on the late stream, we played Hades 2, an indie game. And guess how that did? Take a wild shot. The reason that we're not even continuing it at this point is doing poor. Attendance was weak. Engagement. Half the stream was not looking at or talking about the game. I'd say in the chat there were 4 people talking about the game. I can tell you on one hand. Game Checker, The Blimp, Bloom Kit, and maybe one other person were actually talking about the game. Everyone else just disengaged, not paying any attention. Oh, I don't like this game. It's an indie game. Years, people want indie games. Now there's 2 I've played in a week. No one likes them. So where exactly is the love for the indies? Oh, well, you didn't play them when they were new. Hades is literally brand new, and Crow Country is less than a month old. It's bullshit. Okay? I'll be honest with you. I think that there's love for indies within a community that loves indies. My community is not known as that community because most of the time I wasn't a PC gamer, correct? So because I'm not a PC gamer, I'm not going to get that crowd. That crowd has gone to other YouTubers, other streamers, and that's where people go for that. It's cool that people say, oh, I like to watch Phil play everything, but it's not a big crowd. There's people who come by for their certain genres and stuff they like. Right now, the fighting game crowd is a good one. The Fallout crowd is a good one. You know, coming up, games like Elden Ring, that crowd's coming back. That's going to be excellent, right? But those are all big mainstream games. These indie games are not cutting it. So all these years that I avoided indie games probably was in my best interests. It doesn't seem like my audience sadly likes them that much, even though I do. Like, I'm playing them and actually enjoying them. Like, wow, I would play more. I would have more in the rotation, but they're not doing well. I've been outright told, stop playing Hades 2. So tonight, FYI, great stream of Hades 2. We're using the torches, the new weapon. It turns the game almost into a shoot 'em up. Super fun. It's interesting. I did die a couple times, but my 3rd run, I was doing really well, and I actually got through the whole first 2 stages. Was going to take on the 3rd, but I ran out of time because I got to do this patron video, so I had no opportunity to continue that run. And people were disappointed. Oh, man, I wish you could continue. I know. But guess what? Guess how the support was tonight, right? 1 big tip, 1 small tip, 2 small super chats. That's it. And attendance, low. Not good attendance. In fact, there was like 100 people there trolling just because they knew that no one has been really attending in droves my indie game streams, so they showed up to basically derail the stream and be dicks about it, you know? So, yeah, today was a day of 2 indie games, great gameplay, great commentary, and me enjoying it. I hope it comes through in the videos, and complete and utter lack of interest from my audience. So, it's this simple. I'm going to be honest now. I'm probably not going to play indie games that much. I don't see the point. The whole idea of the mini PC was to give me access to these games. Now that I'm trying them all, no one cares. So, I don't know what to tell you. I have to react to what my audience tells me. When every time I play an indie game, oh, it doesn't look good. Oh, I hate those pixelated old graphics. Oh, it's too slow paced and blah, blah, blah. That's indie games. That's the point. You know, is that's not going to be some ginormous, high-profile AAA release with a giant budget with all the things you're looking for in those other games. This year, there are no good AAA games. That's the problem. There literally are none. They're all big RPGs that suck, right? Too boring, or games that are underwhelming. If there were good AAA games, I'd be playing them. There haven't been. You know, Elden Ring is the next one. And then we got to go from there. We got to hope that with Summer Game Fest and everything coming up, that actually we're going to have some good games coming out. Because right now, there's literally nothing. I don't know what to tell you. In a year with no good AAA games, there's not much I can do to play good AAA games. All right? So, sorry for those who like the indie games. I'm on the same page as you, and I want to play them. But you saw for today how today went, right? Okay, fair enough. I think that's as transparent and matter-of-fact as I can be. I love indie games, and I can't play them because people don't show up and support them. Okay, so Crow Country will continue. It's a short enough game. It just sucks that it seems like the next 2 streams aren't going to do very well. Maybe I'm wrong and there'll be a turnaround, but I'm not feeling so positive about it because now it seems like every indie game is now behaving the same. Hades 2, great run tonight, but that's it for now. It will come back in the future. I promise you that because I like the game. Whether it's when the game is full access or not, I don't know. But I don't want to just drop the game. I'm really enjoying it. I actually had a really great run. I'm learning. I'm getting better. I'm, earning upgrades and things. Story's getting good. I want to continue. So that will continue in the future. Okay? So, tomorrow, my final consecutive streaming.
Alrighty, well, I let him run on because, if sometimes it's just best to let it breathe and let Phil talk and let him just take the mask off, which he did here. And he's been doing it for the last couple of days. But, of course, I'm glad he's just being honest with his dents. Much appreciated you being honest, Phil. You should be more honest every day. And the honesty can start by saying, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I don't care. I don't care if your mother's in the hospital. I don't care if you have 3 bankruptcies. Just give me money. Give me your fucking money. And then, Phil, you can truly be honest because, we all know that's what you're going for here. That's the angle here. And again, I love how he talks about Fallout's doing good and Street Fighter's doing good. Street Fighter's being propped up by Jack Rockster. He's $25 tip, and then he barely breaks $50. Right there, Street Fighter's being propped up by 1 fucking dent. Fallout, 1 fucking dent. One dent comes in and drops a $30 or $40 tip. Or last stream, it was a $50 tip. He ended up making $67 in his last stream, and one dent came in and dropped a $50 tip. So what is the fucking difference, Phil? What's the difference from what Game Tricker did last night with Hades versus Fallout and Street Fighter? That just tells me, Phil, that you are the fucking problem. It's not the fucking games. The other thing is, how many big releases came out last year? Zelda, Hogwarts, Street Fighter, all of these huge games that came out last year that had big blockbuster acclaim. And yet you made 30% less in super chats and in tips in 2023 compared to 2022. So that statistic right there just blows your fucking theory out of the fucking water. Last year with tons of new games and you still struggled to fucking get support. And again, it's happening this year. So again, when I look at that and I look at statistics and I look at numbers, Phil, that tells me that it's not the fucking game. It tells me that it's fucking you. Anyway, that's all I have to say, folks. I'm going to be on today at 12 o'clock. Stop by. I'm hearing from the Argentinian detractors. They may come by and drop some memberships. So if you're looking for a membership and looking to save the business, your boy Duty will be here. Let's cook this flathead straight up because he needs to get torched and he needs to get exposed. And yes, I've gotten a bunch of DMs. Yes, I've sent these clips, all these videos to June the King, Keemstar, Studying Craig. Studying Craig actually talked about one of my clips on his podcast. Moist Critical, you know it. They got it. Hopefully they'll watch it and hopefully they'll cook this motherfucker. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.